really got into an argument about it, and he's like, no, we can just keep them. And I'm like, no, we're not keeping them because broken pencils are pointless. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Dice Right Roleplay, the show where we play tabletop RPGs. We are currently in the midst of an ongoing campaign set in the world of Goblins and Gunsmoke, a 5e-compatible homebrew game written by yours truly, and set in the fantasy western realm of Muri'kas. Our campaign follows a group of rough-riding heroes known as the Redeemers as they embark on a cross-country quest to uncover clues about their pasts and a mysterious rising darkness that threatens all of Muri'kas. Tonight, though, we're doing something a little bit different because we're down a few players, so we're going to be doing a little mini-episode. When we last left our heroes, they had just successfully assassinated Baron Bighorn, the halfling dictator of the Solo Solaris Imperium, and made good their getaway. Now, having made camp on the desert, they await the arrival of JW, the son of the mysterious and sinister Daniel Plainfoot, the halfling crystal man who hired them to kill Baron Bighorn in the first place. The events surrounding the assassination have left more than one of our crew rather shaken. Nicholas is beginning to doubt the true origins of his powers and wonders if he is in fact a peacemaker at all. This doubt has driven him to once again pick up the cursed book of eldritch lore that his patron Herald warned him against reading. Marlane, after a glimpse during the setup for the assassination, after a glimpse of a life that she could have lived had she not been mutated into a bloodslayer, has beginning to wonder about her future and where the few remaining bloodslayers of the world fit into it. So, without further ado, let's dive back into a world of Goblins and Gunsmoke. We do that at the end, I think. No, we do that at the beginning.
We do it several times throughout.
You know what?
Whenever we kill Rowdy.
This is a Western. We will shoot our guns wildly and without safety at any time.
We're allowed to.
Yeah. Alright, so, Nicholas, you have spent the first hour of your watch sitting up, poring over this book, and in truth, not doing much lookout during this time period because you're just kind of poring over it and you're struggling to read this thing and comprehend what it says because it's written in a language that's similar to a language you can read. Mm-hmm. But it's still, the dialect is weird, the phrasings are weird, you're starting to get it more and more that you read it, but there's also this sense of dread building inside of you. The more you understand it, the worse that feeling gets. So you're kind of taking your time, second guessing yourself, and almost closing it a few times, but you just can't quite bring yourself to do it. If you would like to try again to close the book and put it away, you can make a wisdom save, or you can continue reading.
Have I found out anything yet?
Nothing useful. You're finding out lore that kind of supports the information you've already been getting, which is that your patron deity, Delvon, is in fact not a heavenly being from on high. It is in fact a eldritch being from deep beneath the waves.
The other way.
Yeah. Not necessarily a hellish being, just a being that exists beneath the darkness at the bottom of the ocean. And it fell from the stars at one point. So it's kind of a confusing message for you because you regarded it as an angel or as a god, and you thought that your patron Herald that talked to you all the time, Soglothotep, was an angel of that lord. But it seems like it's starting to feel a little bit different, especially after the display that happened at the Baron's hotel suite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So other things can fall from the sky that aren't heavenly beings.
Yeah. So, that's what you found out so far.
I just have a question. You can say not now, but what's the functional difference between a god and a non-god?
What do you mean?
You know.
Gods, okay, so in the world of...
Pantheon.
Yeah, in this world, gods are beings from another plane of existence. They do not exist on our level.
Okay. Got it.
They can control the fabric of reality. eldritch things like this, they exist in like pocket dimensions or in the same realm as us. And they can't control the fabric of reality itself, but they can twist it, bend it, and manipulate it in lower ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
They're very similar. There's just decided differences between them.
Thank you. Okay.
So, knowing that, Nicholas, and knowing this information that you're finding in this book, what would you like to keep reading, or would you like to try to pull yourself away?
Am I aware of how much time has passed?
Make a wisdom check. You are not aware of how much time has passed.
Not a feeling.
Cool, cool.
Then, how am I getting very bad vibes, or am I just getting like everything is very like I'm getting confused emotionally and like things are conflicting information, but
Yeah.
is it just the nature of this tome, which is clearly magical?
Yeah.
Am I getting any sort of like warning, dread?
Yes, you are feeling like a sense of dread that grows the longer you read this thing, and you're getting this like heavy feeling inside of you.
Okay, well then I feel like probably I would try and wrap it up.
Okay.
So
Make make another wisdom check for me, please.
Famously good at those.
I know.
Oh, you'll never believe it. Unnatural 20.
Really?
Yeah. I got a 19.
With your modifier, what is it?
Plus 1 is 20.
Oh, so 21. Oh,
No.
got it.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, so dirty 20. Got it.
Yeah.
I missed that part. I thought you said natural 20.
Oh, sorry. I said unnatural. She looks
my
like
bad.
dirty.
No, you're good. Okay, so
Dusty.
you finally like blink, and maybe you blinked before this point, but you feel yourself blink, and your eyes like hurt, and you realize you got a kink in your neck, and your hands are feeling kind of clammy, and you feel like your whole body is just kind of stiff, like you've been sitting in this position for a long time, and you finally have come out of it, and you're like, oh my god, that sucks. Like, you feel bad after sitting there this long. You don't know how much time has passed, but it's been a while. And, yeah, so you are able to close the thing finally.
Okay. I'll put it away in my pack and forget it exists. Or do I remember it? Fuck.
Are you
That's not good.
Are you putting it away?
I was going to put it in my bag.
Okay. You put it away, and nothing changes.
Oh. See, that's... A few sessions ago, I would have been like, damn it. I would have been like, yay! I remember! I'm going to say it's not a great sign. I'm going to check my pocket watch.
Okay.
That you have.
That I do have.
You do have a pocket
There's
watch.
hopefully not an eyeball in.
I'll never forget
I'll
that.
never ever forget him being in there.
You open your pocket watch, and it is approaching midnight.
What's everyone else doing?
Make a perception check.
Also, my other ability I'm really good at.
Mm-hmm.
8.
So you put the book away, and you're like, oh.
Actually, it's a 9. I'm sorry, I forgot I have a +1 now.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. So you put the book away, and you're like, have that realization, like, oh man, I can still remember it. That's something changed. It's probably not good. And then you go to look, and you look over to your right here, and Alvin and Harlan are asleep. And then as you go to turn, you catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye, and you look back over, and there's a figure silhouetted standing just outside the light of the fire. And it's wearing a wide-brimmed hat, just standing there like this, kind of you can't see the face because of the darkness. And yes, you do have dark vision, but all you see, that's why you see a silhouette instead of nothing. And then as you watch, the figure raises their head a little bit and looks at you, and you see these 2 green eyes. And you hear, Nicholas. And then you feel a hand on your shoulder. It's Marlane.
Okay. Who's him?
It's me. What are you looking at?
I'll like really. And I'll point. Do you have dark vision?
No.
Okay.
It's nighttime.
Oh. I always forget. You guys don't have dark vision.
I'm a human.
Okay. Half human.
How far away is he?
Who?
You can't. Can you see it? Can she see?
Do you want to make a perception check? At disadvantage?
Yeah.
If not, I'll describe him to you.
What'd you get?
I blinked.
Where? You looked the wrong direction.
I got a 6.
Oh. No, you don't see anything.
I'll describe the figure to
Alright,
you,
roll another perception check.
but I'm being hushed in my tone. I sound a little uneasy.
Okay.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
That's an 8.
I'm a low perception guy.
As you look back over, because you looked at Marlane, you're like, do you see him? And you look over again, there's nothing.
Be on the lookout. You can't see him, but
What's my necklace doing?
Nothing. It didn't tremble, did nothing.
It's not emerald eyes.
did I hear the voice like in my ear, or am I sure somehow that it came from that figure? Or did I just hear a voice?
Oh, I didn't say it came from the figure.
Okay,
You
so
just heard that voice in your head.
Whose voice was it? Did I recognize it?
Nope.
If it's emerald eyes, I would know because he is still marked with the brand of castigation.
Mm.
So now would be the time to
Are you
tell
going
me.
to activate the brand of castigation?
It's always active.
Well, no, we said that you were going to have to, check it to see.
As soon as we set up camp, I checked it.
When you set up camp, no, nothing.
I turned it on.
Yeah, no, nothing. When you set up camp, no. When you checked it, there was nothing.
What about now? Does she have to check it again?
You can just turn it on if you want.
Yes, I turned it on.
You get a flutter from it.
So does that mean, unless
He's on the same plane of existence as you, and he is somewhere eastward.
Alright. Emerald eyes is afoot.
the figure did have piercing green eyes, so I feel like this is confirmation. We had a lot of trouble with him before. We should wake up the others. No, we shouldn't wake up the others.
Alvin shot him.
He was jumping the gun. He was really excited to kill him.
Maybe he's not evil.
Do you want to talk
Also,
to him?
I'll tell you. Does it say, what does the brand of castigation do exactly?
Okay. You always know the direction of the branded creature as long as it's on the same plane as you. He takes psychic damage equal to my Hemocraft modifier each time it damages me or a creature I can see. And the brand lasts until you dismiss it or brand a new creature.
Okay.
Ooh, that's cool.
Alright, I do not revise anything then.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't want to wake up
It
Alvin.
feels very faint, though. I'm going to say that much.
Alright.
So he's either gotten very far away, or he's like on another plane.
Yeah, he could be in the Marsh of Madness. That's east of here, right? And he knew we were going.
But I just saw him. Maybe I guess it wasn't him. I saw a figure with piercing green eyes in the shadows.
I pulled my gun out. What could it be?
There's just silence. Nothing in the desert except for, and normal desert sounds, too. Little, insect sounds. You hear a coyote yowling in the distance somewhere. Just normal stuff.
Familiar rattle of a scorpion.
Scorpions don't rattle, but okay.
These
They
ones
go over
do.
pebbles, they do.
Skittering?
Yeah, skittering.
Sure.
Skittering
Yeah.
scorpions. That's usually she's like, skittering scorpions! We gotta get out of here.
Suffering succotash.
Exactly.
I know what you're going
That's
for.
the Western version.
Yeah.
That's
Skitter.
specifically the
Skittering
Marlane
scorpion.
version.
I'm gonna write that down.
Skittering scorpions. We've got to run.
She's possessed by a Hanna-Barbera character.
Skittering scorpions.
All right, so your vote is to not wake up our friends.
Yes.
But I feel like if Emerald is nearby, we're gonna need help. We can't.
Now, what if it's nothing? I don't want to disturb them.
I don't think I saw anything. I definitely saw something, and I heard something call my name, and I don't know if they're connected.
What's the torch situation?
You gotta stop whispering. Make sure the mouse can hear you.
What's the torch situation?
Well,
You
we
have
do
torches.
we have a campfire.
Yeah, you have a
How
campfire.
much can I see?
You can see about 40 feet out from the campfire.
What direction do you sense him coming? You said it was east.
Where do we see out east?
I'm gonna take a stick that's on fire and just throw it into
Okay.
the distance as far as I can.
Eastward?
Yeah.
Alright, so you
I
guys
hit other campers. I'm kidding.
pop up the battle map real quick here, if you please.
Okay.
Here, give me your figures.
There we go.
How many horses?
Oh,
They're all there. I'm not close enough to pass those.
Come out to play. We only have 4 horses.
yeah.
6.
There's a 5th horse.
Well,
The doppelganger.
alright, so yeah, this is the setup here. And you're throwing it eastward.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be that away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you whip the flaming torch out into the darkness, and you can see in grayscale up to 60 feet. Torch goes even beyond your dark vision and lights up the area.
Got a good arm.
There's nothing.
Okay. I've startled some creatures in the night, maybe.
See a jackrabbit run away. Harlan, go talk to it.
Go ask him where his friends are. Okay, so what direction did I see the figure in? Same direction?
No, you saw the figure out this standing
Oh,
about
right
here.
there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach this then. It's not that far away from the campfire, right?
No.
Okay, I'm going to approach.
Alright, so you get to the edge of this little. You guys are sitting up on top of a little raised section of rocks, about I would say about 25 feet up in the air.
A small
ground.
mesa? Is that
Yeah, a
what
little-
that
I
is?
wanted to say Mesa too!
A little mesa, yeah. And that's where you guys have set up camp. And you get to the edge there, and there's nothing.
I look out, I'm surveying the distance.
Yeah, you got about 60 feet of dark vision, so you can see it to about here,
Yeah.
and there's
Just nothing?
nothing. Everything's peaceful and quiet, and you're starting to doubt whether you saw anything at all.
Maybe you were just seeing things.
Yeah,
Are you going out there too?
Yes.
I'm pretty sleepy.
Do you see anything out here?
I don't see anything.
Maybe there's just
Desert.
a trick of the light.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a desert spirit.
A mirage.
At night.
At night. And I'm hydrated.
Always.
And I don't sleep that long. Okay, well I guess it's fine. I don't know. How long it's midnight?
Yeah, it's about midnight
We're
now.
meeting JW in the morning?
Correct.
Near here?
Yes, they said to meet here, so.
Oh, okay, so we can't just be like, let's leave.
No.
Alright.
No, these are the coordinates.
And I'll probably go back and sit by the campfire and just really keep watch for a little bit longer until.
Yeah, it's Marlane's shift. That's why she was getting up to relieve
Oh,
you.
okay, that
But
makes sense.
if you're having trouble sleeping, which, you know.
I'm going to stand here on the edge for another few moments. Do I see anything else?
Nope, all quiet.
Sure.
You there's no evidence that anybody was standing here.
Sure is quiet.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go sit by the fire for a little bit. I'm not that tired. I just said I was tired.
Are you
So?
alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You seem a little off.
A little disturbed by thinking I'm seeing and hearing things, but that's not that new.
It's not?
No, I mean, I see and hear things. Everyone sees and hears things all the time.
Do they?
I hope so.
How often do you get dizzy? How many times a day do you think it's normal to be dizzy?
At least like 6 or 7. That's called when I get my spells.
Alright, no, not true. What, do you see things every day?
Well, when I'm reaching out to my patron, I see him.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this was a little bit different. That's why I was a little bit unsettled. And you didn't see anything, and you're not really sensing anything other than the direction Emerald Eyes is coming from.
Ooh, makes
Grayson.
my blood boil.
Yeah. I kind of hope we don't run into him again.
I sort of want to sort things out.
Okay. Well,
I've got some questions.
what kind of questions?
I want to know why he followed us to, what town was that? Mesa Colossus?
Yes.
Why
We had the shootout.
Yeah, why was he following us there?
I thought he was following. Did we confirm if he was following Alvin specifically?
We don't know. So the last time we saw him was at the end of the duel.
Yeah. On the train. Wasn't it on the train?
No, that was where we got into the altercation that led to the train fight. Last time we saw him was in Redemption.
Yes.
He rode away on a horse.
No, the last time you saw him was on the train.
Yeah.
No, in Mesa Colossus?
Leaving Mesa Colossus. You guys got into the gunfight in the street. Well, Alvin got into the gunfight in the streets in Mesa Colossus.
Yes.
And then you guys jumped on the train, and then he was on the train, and you guys attacked him.
Prior to that, when he
Oh.
popped up in Mesa Colossus,
Yes.
the last time we'd
before
seen
that.
him
Yes.
was
Was
in
Redemption.
Redemption.
Yes.
It's a long ways away.
Yeah. So he must have been following us for a while. I don't know what he wants with us.
Any bounties out on you?
No way.
Just kidding.
Good guy. Peacemakers don't get bounties. But, did Alvin know anything else about... Did he communicate anything else about Emerald Eyes to us?
He told you that when he asked why he was following him, he says, "Who says I'm following you?"
Oh, important. So, he wasn't necessarily following Alvin. Unless he was saying that to screw with his mind.
Well, he did not have a zone of truth. I don't know how that
Can you
works.
do that? Okay, no, question answered.
I don't have any spells. I've got this gun.
You're doing magic all the time. Sword
The
magic.
potion? Oh, that's just hemocraft. That's just my blood.
Never didn't learn about
Ignite.
that one in school. Did I learn about hemocraft in school?
You know about
went to
blood
college.
slayers from history
Yes.
class. Blood slayers were thought to be extinct up until like 10 years ago when they started showing up again. That's why you were kind of fascinated when you met Marlane.
Yes. Yeah. I'd never met a blood slayer before.
Correct. And you knew about hemocraft because it's linked
Connected
as
to
a
blood
very
slayers.
specific kind of magic that's linked to blood slayers.
It's
Still technically magic.
battle magic. Yes, it is. But it's not really like a spell.
Yeah.
I haven't got components or, what is it called? A wand.
Yes. Mine's a gun. But it could be a wand if I wanted it to be. That's me turning into a wand.
Did I see the zone of horror in
the hotel room?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you couldn't see into it.
No,
you didn't know what was
just-
going on in there.
You saw it appear, and that's about it.
Nicholas.
You maybe heard it a little bit.
Well, I have you here. Just between us. There was a zone of darkness in the hotel room, in the hallway, in the inn, in the Cut-Horn Inn.
Yes.
That appeared
Serenity
to be
of the Stars.
a magic of yours.
Yes. I've never casted that one before.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know how it was going to turn out. It's a little different than previously described. I'm sorry, I have 50 million questions.
No, go
In
ahead.
this world, how does one learn spells? Does it just come to me innately?
It depends.
Or did I have spell class? Or did I read about certain spells?
It depends. For you specifically, spells just sort of come to you.
Yeah. So do I think it was like my idea? I'm like, this would be a really cool spell to cast. And here's, based on the name that came to me, here's how I imagine it would be.
Yeah, the spells that you knew when you left home were stuff that, you know, had been told to you, like, you're capable, you as a herald of, you know, the Lord are capable of doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
But new spells, whenever you're able to cast them, they just sort of either just happen and then you can do them after that, or you get an innate feeling that you are able to do them just because you are manifesting them. So you could have visualized something based on an innate feeling that you had, and then you're like, haha, I'll do this thing. That's not what I wanted.
Yeah. That's how it went down. Really kind of thought it was going to be a little bit different, but in the moment, we needed something big. I didn't want any of us to get hurt.
Of course.
And we didn't.
That's true.
Probably gonna hold off on that one for a little bit.
Maybe not cast that one again right away.
Maybe not cast that one again ever. I don't know.
It's pretty scary. Yeah. Do other peacemakers have that ability?
Other peacemakers. How many have I met?
You have met other peacemakers before. You have never ever seen a peacemaker cast spells like the ones you've been doing.
Only the
Like-
best peacemakers can do that one.
The most basic stuff that you've been able to do, like your divine smite and things like that, it looks a little different, but like it accomplishes the same basic thing as the peacemakers do. But the more spells that you've been learning, the more stark the difference between what you can do and what other peacemakers do.
What about peacemakers from my town?
There were no peacemakers from your town.
This is, to my knowledge, other peacemakers do similar magic, but it just looks a little different. But I figure everyone's magic kind of looks a little bit different. But I don't know, this is kind of how I was taught and expected everything to look and feel. Maybe a little less glamorous than I expected, but I don't really have a lot of peacemakers from back home. I think I might have been the only one.
Well, you're certainly unique. Not like any peacemakers I've met in the past few years.
Have you met a lot of peacemakers?
Not a lot. Just here and there in the West.
Cooler than me.
None.
Impossible.
Impossible.
What did their spells look like?
Maybe just a little less green, more like yellow or lightning based. Maybe sometimes a blue, less green.
I'm sure that's fine. The color doesn't really play much into it.
I want you to be aware of the path that you're on so things don't take you by surprise. That's my concern for you. I have walked a lot of roads in my life, and the more I know about where I am, the better I can plan for where I'm going. I mean, I'm not a big planner, honestly. I kind of just go with the flow. But I know how ambitious you are.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of tricky because I'm learning spells as they come to me, and I can't help what they look like, I guess.
Of course. This is not an indictment in any way.
No.
That feeling of like dread and like wrongness is kind of getting thicker as you guys are having this conversation, by the way, because obviously the information is not going down very well.
Being a little bit resistant towards accepting anything that we're talking about.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
I don't want to push anything.
Of course not. No, it's fine. These are fine questions. I just feel a little sick.
Maybe some
The
whiskey
more we're
would
talking
help.
about it.
Yeah. Have some whiskey.
Yeah.
I've got I think gin, I think.
Hey, what kind of do you know how to how many ancient languages do you know how to read?
Oh, no ancient ones. I can read Dwarvish and Elvish.
Okay.
What have you got there?
Well, did I ever mention that book to you? Did they know anything about the book, or do they also forget it?
They also forget it.
What book?
Well, I found a book.
Spell book?
Kind of more like a history book right now. I can't really make out a lot of it. It seems a little advanced. So I don't think I'm going to take it out right now. But maybe if I wrote a word I recognize, maybe you might recognize it. I'm going to write a safe word down that I could kind of understand. Are there any safe words I can understand?
Is there a word on your skin that I can see?
Can you see those?
Have you caught?
Remember when you did that, it faded to like just like off
Just
flesh
like,
color?
Yeah. Well, I was just planning on like writing something down on a piece of paper.
You can do that.
Do I remember anything during my
You could write
studies?
just a random, like, adjective or something.
I would be playing very fast and loose writing a word from this book that I didn't understand.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So you can, like, if you want to just pick, like, a random, like, word, like a normal word, like a descriptive word or something like that, you're relatively sure that writing one single word isn't going to be a problem.
So there's a couple words I can kind of understand.
Yeah, like I said, it's based
Okay.
off of a language you understand. It's just the dialect is
Spanish
very
to
weird.
Italian.
Yeah, kind of. This is like the language that Latin was based on.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pick one out that I saw, a word, and then I'll write it down on a little piece of paper.
Okay.
Like, does this language look like anything you've ever seen before?
Does it?
Make an Arcana check.
Nat 20 plus Arcana is a 26.
Damn!
Um,
You've never heard of it.
you're about to say, no, I've never seen anything like that. But then the more you stare at this thing, this like weird reeling sensation washes over you, and you have just a sudden snap of memory come back to you.
Oh,
And
what memory?
you
That's so Raven.
you have a weird flashback suddenly to you're looking through some sort of like a thin flesh-like membrane, and you're submerged in some sort of viscous substance,
Goo.
and you are looking at a figure in a hood holding a book in their hand.
Okay.
And as you see this book, you suddenly remember the book that you were told about before, but that you had forgotten up until this moment. And the individual, you can't hear them, but as they're like waving their hand over the book, like these symbols glowing and spinning through the air rise out of the book and form like an arch over the book in the air. And they're like glowing and flickering with eldritch fire.
It's very dramatic.
And the substance that you're submerged in shifts from a clearish color to more like yellowish green. And then you start to... And then the memory ends. And you realize that's the same language.
Oh, well, that was weird.
Are you okay? You seem to go somewhere else for a little bit.
I did. That was a memory. I didn't even know I lost, and I was trapped somewhere, and someone was reading that language.
Did you hear it?
They're using magic. I couldn't really hear much. It was kind of
But you
muffled.
recognize the language.
Yes, it exists.
Proof in our hands.
What does this word say?
What I don't just it's just a random like word like what.
It just says what. It's not. I tried to pick something that
What?
seemed safe. Yeah, can she read it or can she just recognize the language?
She just recognized the language.
Okay.
You cannot read it.
It's bad.
It's bad?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I couldn't agree with that. It doesn't seem
It's bad. Evil, maybe? Even?
I don't know about evil. That would mean me reading through this was a bad idea. I don't have bad ideas. I'll look up like I just heard something. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I heard my name again. Did you say my name?
No.
That's troubling.
The last thing I said was evil.
Don't associate those two things. Separate those. I'm not evil.
I know that.
Good. Everyone knows that. I'm gonna do a perception check.
You can do investigation if you'd like.
I'm gonna do an investigation check. Is it any better?
No.
It's an intelligence based.
Oh, that's better. Oh, good. Okay. 12.
Okay. So you like start intently looking around, and you know the direction it came from.
Yeah.
And your dark vision's about out to about 60 feet, so you can see out to about, I would say here maybe. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Well, we were by the campfire, so if that helps.
Oh yeah, you were. So
And now we have more range.
you see this cave over here.
Oh.
You didn't notice that cave there before when it was still daylight and you guys were setting up camp.
I think whatever I heard is coming from that cave over there. Do you remember there being a cave over there?
What cave?
Use your dark vision. At the base of
Don't you have a potion that you can drink that gives you dark vision?
I'll throw another torch over there. Don't worry.
Yes, I do.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I'll use my dark vision. Okay. Oh, that cave.
See what they have to do to mimic even a fraction of an elf's power.
So I'll say you take it. You're like, oh, hold on a second, and you go through your little components, your chemical pouch, and you do a couple of mixtures together. And
I've got them already made. Every day I make fresh ones.
I'm just giving some flavor to the scene. Do you mind?
I'm very impressed at your alchemical
It's more
process.
interesting than being like, oh, I just happen to have the whole thing ready. Don't worry about me.
Just know that Marlene is always prepared.
Anyway, so yeah, you drink the thing, and you're suddenly, it's like someone turning up a dial, and like a gray light comes on that covers the land in like a silvery glow almost, and you're like, oh, this is what they see all the time.
Is it day for night?
Kind of. It's like Mad Max Fury Road, you know.
Little blue?
Yeah, the little blue tinted, except it's more silvery.
Day for night. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, and you do indeed see a cave that Nicholas is referring to.
I'm gonna get up and kind of go to the edge of the little mesa.
Oh, that
And I'm like pointing.
that cave.
Yeah, down there. Do you remember seeing that during the day?
Mm-mm.
I also don't remember seeing that. There's strange whispers coming from it.
Whispering your name.
Unless you've been hearing your name also.
I haven't.
I didn't hear that. Wait, did I?
No.
Okay.
They said my name.
I didn't hear it.
Let's check it out.
Is it also coming from the cave?
Where else would it be coming from?
No. Maybe we got two
It
different
was
things
coming
going
from
on. Just to be sure. You've got an adventure over there. I've got an adventure over
I'm
here.
not doing this by myself.
I don't want to go in that cave by myself. I don't know if we should go in the cave at all.
Yes, we should. Let's go check it out.
Can I
Confront them.
Can I see anything else of note in the little, what would I call this area?
What, the little, just what the,
Yeah.
I don't know, the area of the cave?
Like in front of it, like that little,
No, there's nothing there.
no Sarlacc pit?
Nope.
Okay. Then we're safe. I don't know. I see some nodules there that could be its little teeth.
Is it easy to climb
I
down?
see some rocks.
Should we wake the others?
Make a
Yeah.
perception check.
I'm gonna try and wake them.
Okay.
Or am I doing a perception check? I'm just gonna go do it.
Okay.
Do I need to make a perception check?
No.
Okay.
They're not there anymore.
Where have they gone?
Did you hear them? Well, maybe when we were talking. No, they wouldn't just walked off. I go check the horses to see if their horses are gone.
They are gone also.
What? We're horseless and down two friends.
And friendless?
I was gonna say friendless, but we're friends. So
At least you've got each other.
yeah. No, sea breeze. I'm going to use investigate where our companions were.
Okay.
The dirt. I don't know. I'm
ahead.
investigating.
And you can do it with advantage because Marlane's helping you look around.
18.
It looks like... So your campfire is still here, but other than that, like there's 2 bedrolls. It's like no one else has ever been here.
Not in a book situation. Do you remember the book?
Do I remember the book?
You do.
Yes, I remember the book.
Okay, I didn't know if this was like a forgetting our friends situation.
Book from my nightmare. Yes. It's all fresh in my mind.
Do you remember anything else? Like where you were?
Some sort of goo was surrounding me, some sort of membrane, robed figures.
Is that
Figures.
how Bloodslayers are born?
It's not part of our normal.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like a
It's-
job perk. I don't know how you feel about slime. I think in our time knowing each other, you don't seem big on slime, but not maybe afraid of it.
No, I'm fine with slime.
You heard that time.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't, well, it definitely wasn't me.
All right, let's hop down and check out this cave. Brandish your weapon.
I'm going to leave a note for our friends in case they come back. It seems like something Nicholas would do.
If we leave our bedrolls, they'll know that we intend to come
Well, their
back.
bedrolls aren't even here.
They'll
They
know.
took all the horses. No, I don't actually think they left. I think something sinister happened.
Yes, we've got to save them.
You think going into the cave? I mean, where else would we go? Okay. Let us rappel down.
Yeah, let's climb down.
Okay. I'm rappelling.
You have rope and pitons, I think.
Dude, what
Oh no,
is
you don't. You have a priest pack.
I have candles. I have a block of incense and a little bag of sand
I've got
from seminary.
I've got something.
You guys can just climb down. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down.
We climb down.
Unless, I hate slime so much, but Marlane is totally fine with
As I
slime.
was saying, I gathered from our time together, you're not like a fan of it. You're not like, I love slime, but you're not like afraid of it.
No. But anytime
it seems
slime
unpleasant in
comes
the-
up in the game, I have to fight the urge to retch in character.
some Ghostbuster you are.
You're like,
Whenever
it's fine.
it's crazy because
actually."
whenever we talk about horrible, scary slurping noises, Anthony seems to get really uncomfortable, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, he hates the glow shoes too.
oh, I hate the glow
I
shoes.
don't blame
personally.
him.
There's not gonna be glow shoes in this game. We'll put a sign that says no glow shoes allowed, and they'll abide by that.
All right. So you guys climbing down?
Yeah.
Yes.
Make me athletics checks, please.
Hell yeah!
Perfect.
23.
22.
Hop
Oh,
down.
no, 23.
And you land perfectly.
Just like Aloy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Aloy from Horizon.
We're awesome. Just like Aloy.
Yeah. So you guys are now on the ground.
Do I think the random stones that are around or anything on the walls look suspicious or interesting? Is there any writing?
Make me an investigation check.
I was trying to do it without asking to make an investigation check. What
Are
number
you
is
good at that? I'm good at investigation.
I'm okay. Would you like to do it and then I help you?
It's one of my top skills.
Yeah, you should.
You've already rolled. So
No.
you roll with advantage
No, I
now.
forgot what it said.
Wait, I'd like to light my sword on fire and then investigate.
Okay,
Alright.
that's a good idea. Can I help you? Can I help her?
Yeah.
Investigate. I'm helping you.
Alright, I don't need help lighting my sword on fire. I can do that
Well.
myself.
Sword lights up the darkness and casts bright light out to 20 feet.
Awesome. Thanks. A nat 20 plus 6 is a 26 for investigation.
All right. What are you investigating? Like, what are you trying to look at?
I'm looking at the entrance to the cave. I want to see if there's any writing, any symbols on the opening. I'd like to see if there's any footprints or tracks going inside. And I'd like to see if I can tell, based on sound, smell, or vision, how deep the cave is.
Also, if the cave is natural or man-made.
Yeah.
The cave looks natural, first of all. Second of all, as you're investigating the area, you do spot, you can see the cursor. Can you see the cursor? Yeah,
Bones.
you see bones strewn
bones,
about
Jackie.
over here.
It's just bones.
It's just a giant cow femur. Those dinosaur bones? They're bones.
Well, are you going to go approach? With your roll, I'll tell you what they are if you go close enough to look at them.
Yeah, I'll go close enough to look at them.
Okay, so as you approach, you see that these are the bones of yotes.
Yotes are those...
Coyote.
The humanoid coyote folk.
Oh, those are hard to kill.
Mm-hmm.
And I would presume they're pretty at home in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
How old are the bones?
Pretty fresh. There's brown stains in the sand.
That's blood. So these yotes were killed recently. How many? Can we tell?
You can't tell. It looks like you see duplicates, so it's more than one body.
Okay.
But you can't tell how many because it's fractions of parts, and they look like they've been stripped and gnawed on, and the marrow's been sucked out.
I'm sufficiently creeped out.
I'm now sure there's a monster in the cave, and I hate monsters.
Your amulet.
Yes. What does my amulet say?
It's vibrating.
Which setting is it on?
Well, you have to do that.
I've also turned my pack weapon back into guns, by the way.
Okay, I was hoping.
What did you have it?
It was a wand for a little bit because I was showing off.
It's you. And now you've got guns again. 2 guns. One for each of you.
2 shots, 1 kill. Wait.
All right. Okay, I can like scroll through the creatures.
What kinds of creatures do you sense?
Aberrations,
Aberrations.
fae,
Mm-hmm.
fiends,
Mm-hmm.
monstrosities,
Mm-hmm.
undead.
Okay. Are you activating it to see which one it is?
Yeah, I was gonna scroll through to see which kind it
You
was.
can't do that. What your amulet does is it vibrates if any of those things are nearby, and then if you touch it and focus on it, it will lock on to whatever that is, and then you have to take a short rest to reset it back to scanning everything.
Okay.
It'll only react to whatever it's sensing right now if you do that. So do you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I think now's a good time.
You touch it, and you've got a fiend.
A fiend. Wasn't that what Jebediah Faust was a fiend? Was it not? The plague bringer was a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that plague guy? He's the one we got the
Kybal.
book from.
What was his name?
Kybal, the plague bringer.
I can't pronounce that name.
I can.
Kybal?
I have history with not being able to pronounce it sufficiently.
Kybal.
Kybal?
Sure.
Or is it Kybal this time?
It's Kybal.
You
This
gotta be kidding me!
This is from one of our other games, guys.
Like, there's no way we were just talking about that, and now we're talking about him again, but he's different.
It's a different
He's
character.
a completely different dude.
No, we're crossing over now.
Did you see that and go like... Kybal, the plague bringer?
Yeah. Oh, the plague bearer.
Plague bearer, thank you.
Yes.
He just bears it. He doesn't
Yes.
bring it.
Well, he brings it, bear. It just sounds
Bring
better.
it. Yeah, plague bearer does sound better.
Lower Lord of Hell, neutral evil.
Do we know anything? Have I seen any mentions of him in the book during my time looking through it?
You have not, no, but you.
He
That's
sign
where
his
you.
name on the
That's
front.
no. Well, so people who bind the book to themselves, like attune to it, they do basically like put their blood in the book, and then now it's their book. So it's like in a library book, how you have to like sign it
your
out.
name, yeah.
It's got one of those things on the inside cover, so that was part of how you know that it was attuned to him.
Okay.
You have not attuned to it yet, but...
So yet, like, I was not just about to talk about, like, I want to attune to it so bad, but I think it'll be a really bad thing to do. I think that'll actually be a super bad decision, but I love the idea of having a magic book.
I would interfere. I would throw myself between you and the book.
Good luck.
I'll call my patron and make you stop time. And
I'll do it when you're looking over there. Oh, and yeah, I call my patron and he's like, What
are you doing? Bye. Anyway, so what are you guys doing? Yeah, you're sensing a fiend with your amulet.
Alright. Well...
Do you get anything else off of it? You just know there's a fiend nearby? Or how far it is?
I...
Oh, it vibrates stronger.
It vibrates more as it gets closer. It's basically like if you don't touch it, like as you let go of it, it is like jittering on the chain around your neck.
Oh, so it's close.
It's very close.
Just inside that cave.
Feels like it's closer. Judging, you've used this thing a lot. It's closer than the cave.
What vibes are we getting off the cave?
What do you mean?
Check the cave. I don't have magical sensing of things like monsters and creatures abilities, but I have been experiencing a lot of dread lately, so do I feel any dread coming from that cave?
It feels cold and
I love cold.
I know.
foreboding. And
I love foreboding.
For you, Nicholas, it feels like I should be there.
I spin around, having felt the fiend's presence through my amulet. I whip around, brandishing my sword.
I'm already walking towards the cave.
So, as you spin around, Nicholas is walking towards the cave, Marlane spins around, and you come face to face
Oh my god!
with a bone devil that was stalking up on you.
What the fuck?
It's standing right there, and as you turn, it was preparing to attack, and you suddenly spinning around has caught it off guard.
Good job.
Roll initiative.
Am I an initiative here?
Yeah.
Even though I'm like, goodbye! My classic, I'm not telling you where I'm going move.
Wrong game!
No, it's not this game! This time it's different, I'm being drawn towards it. And I've chosen to be like, I'm coming for it.
I don't have to tether
Sam didn't have
you
to tell me it was
me.
magical. Initiative, okay.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
16, what'd you get?
21.
21. Oh, perfect.
I'm
All
gonna say
right.
the low charisma gang the one time.
All right. Nicholas, you're actually up first. Marlane, are you going to shout anything, or what are you doing?
Yes. I'll
Okay.
shout,
Snap.
look out, Nicholas!
Huh? Ah! My
So
packed
you-
weapon's already drawn.
You turn around.
I see it, I go, ah! And then I shoot at it.
There's devil upon us.
You've been bedeviled! I'm going to shoot at it, with my Divine Smite.
All right.
This.
Yes, you roll a d20 for an attack roll. It's been a while, I know.
Yeah. How
Um,
many d6s do we roll?
Shut up.
19.
19. Oh shit, sorry. I don't have the card. Hold on.
Okay, I'm holding on!
You looked first earlier than I was expecting you to.
You weren't expecting me to catch on so quickly. Don't worry, I'll need help in a few seconds.
I whipped around dramatically with my fire sword. I've been waiting months to do it.
All right, what would you roll?
19.
That hits. So you went around, you're like, ah! And you fire off. So as you go to, so you do this thing in your head whenever you cast this cantrip. You don't have to yell it out loud because you've got it in your head. This is a cantrip. You can just like trigger that shit.
Just do it.
As you do it this time, the word feels different and wrong in your head, but it still goes off.
Okay.
So you fire off, and you've got 2 bolts. So you have to roll the second one to see if that one hits as well.
Oh, hell yeah. 24.
Yes.
All right. Both of them hit.
Damage it up.
So roll your damage.
Okay, so that is... Because it's 2 hits.
Correct.
So 2d10.
Yep. And then you
plus
should be
5.
adding your charisma. Yeah.
Yeah. So an 8 and a 6.
All right. Question. Are you adding your charisma to both damage rolls, or only adding it on top of the total?
I was adding it to both rolls.
Good.
Okay.
That's correct. I just want to make sure you weren't shortchanging yourself.
Me hoping I gave the right answer.
Yeah. No, you weren't. I just want to make sure you're not shortchanging yourself.
Yeah,
Right? So,
I just didn't roll super high on those.
No, you're good. How much damage total?
What did I say? 8 plus 6?
Yeah.
Yes.
6?
8 plus 6, yeah. 14?
14. Oh, 14. Okay, I was like, wait.
I was like, where's Dawn on her calculator?
Okay. So yeah, you and as you say the word, it like kind of causes you a little bit of pain as you fire them, and it just feels wrong and different. But it goes off just like it always does. That greenish blue fires out of your guns and hits the Bone Devil, both of them, square in the rib cage. And
Good.
Now we have to come up with a new name for my spell, because otherwise it's going to give me a headache every
Oh,
time I use it.
you feel a different word forming in your head.
Okay, well,
I didn't know you have to say the word of your spell every time you shoot a gun.
I don't have to.
She's not. Well, Nicholas isn't shooting a gun. He's just using his guns as spellcasting tools.
Yeah, their focus is. I can also use them as guns,
Yes.
but less cool, and also have to keep track of bullet.
You're saying spells are less cool than guns?
Anyway, so
No, I'm saying spells are cool. I was saying bullet less cool.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
So, the Bone Devil, having gotten hit by that shot, is going to rush at Nicholas, passing outside of Marlane's range. And it's-
Opportunity attack!
Okay.
I didn't get to use my movement, but I'll stay here.
Oh, do you want to move?
No, it's fine, because I would have been moving. I would wanted to move after he ran at me. I'm good. I'm gonna stay where I was.
Okay.
I'm trying not to, like, oh, you're doing that? Just kidding. I rewind time and I go further away. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'm right into the cave.
Alright, okay, bye!
Well, I had interrupted you, so
okay.
I would have let you if you wanted to go to it. What are you doing, Jackie?
I'm slashing at him with my sword.
Okay.
It's a surprise.
It's...
You have to declare your action before you do anything.
I'm sorry. With my sword, I slash at him.
You going two-handed?
Yes,
All right. What'd you roll?
a 12.
That doesn't hit.
Well, I tried.
Okay. You have 2 attacks.
Do I get 2 attacks on my opportunity attack?
Yeah, every time you attack, you get 2. Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. No, it's a single attack. Never mind. So, yeah, but it's outside of your range and you miss.
Okay.
All right, now it is running at Nicholas, and it's going to take an attack on him.
Can I, as a bonus action, I know, can I have my tendrils come up and defend me?
Your turn's over. I'm sorry.
I forgot I could do that also.
I forgot too.
It's okay.
Nicholas,
We're in the thick of
They're like,
it.
protect me! I go, ah!
oh, I know your AC. Haha. Oh, no, wait. What's your AC right now?
Secret.
No, you can tell me. Is it 15?
16.
Oh, okay. Just let me make a note here. I hadn't
Yeah,
updated
notate
this.
that.
What's yours, Jackie?
16 as well.
All right, perfect.
No, it's 100.
Yeah, it's 100.
Perfect.
Beat that.
All right. So yeah, it runs up and it slashes and it gets you right across the chest.
Ooh.
And it does.
With its claws.
Yeah, with its
Mitts.
claws.
It's dirty mitts.
I hate this guy.
I do. He attacked me and
It
my
does
dice
11
flipping.
points of slashing damage on you.
Okay. Okay.
I may not have updated these. What's your HP?
Mine?
Yeah.
88. Well, right now it's 77. Since I took slashing damage.
Marlane, what's yours?
112.
Fuck yeah. Hardy. Different guy.
Thick.
It's like I'm making a tough character for once.
I love it. It's awesome.
All right. So it's going to do that, and then it's going to do it again.
Huh? Duck. Wait.
Oh.
Can I hellish heavenly flame?
You can Heavenly Flame, yeah.
How dare you hit me?
All right. What's your spell save?
It's really high.
16.
It failed. It failed.
Oh, it failed.
It failed. So it's going to take full damage. So roll the damage.
Okay.
So it slashes you across the chest, and then it's going to get hit with your Heavenly Flame.
Heavenly flame.
Yeah.
That's 13.
Okay.
2d10 on failed save.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a failed save, so it was full damage time. 13.
Okay, so yeah, you and you snap your finger, and then the ground cracks and glowing lava bursts up and steam shoots out and green flames come up and wreathe this thing, and your head hurts again, and you feel like it's like the word you conjured in your head for this is wrong. It's wrong, but it worked. And it reels from the attack. All right.
Heavenly flame is known to come from the ground.
All right, so
That's where I always see it coming
now
from.
it's going to make its second attack on you. Ooh.
Wait. It attacked me once.
Yes, it has multi-attack.
Okay, so it just failed from not getting hit by that thing.
Yes,
okay.
correct.
It didn't fail its like attack. Okay,
No.
okay. Makes sense. Second attack.
Oh, yeah, so it goes to swipe at you again, but it's distracted by being on fire, and it completely misses its second attack. And it's going to turn and whip its bony, whip-like tail at you.
3 attacks!
Mm-hmm.
We gotta take this guy down. Actually,
That hits you, though,
he's
by the
gotta
way.
go.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That is D20?
Yes.
Okay. Don't fuck me. It did. Dexterity is 4, which would be great if I didn't roll a 3. That's a 7.
A 7? All right, you are knocked prone, and you're going to take damage.
Mm-hmm. How many?
I'm going to tell you in a sec.
3. I curse you with 3. He's like, 100. I'm dead.
16 points of piercing
Alright.
damage.
We die.
What are you up to? What are you down to now?
I have to use my calculator. I can't
Okay.
do this in my head. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not
Nobody's
laughing.
I'm telling the
I'm
audience.
using a calculator.
I'm telling the audience.
Cheryl would never laugh at
I know,
you for using a calculator.
None of you guys would laugh at me.
No.
Also, Cheryl's cool, so she wouldn't laugh at me.
Anybody who's going to
Unless
mock
I told
anyone
a
for
really
using
funny
a
joke.
calculator doesn't deserve to watch our show.
Unless I told a really funny joke, and then Cheryl would laugh.
That's right.
She'd be laughing with me.
She's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah,
Also, she's pretty.
exactly. You're so pretty, Cheryl.
Cheryl, come back and be on the show again.
Yeah, we love you.
They
Okay.
need your help right now, in fact.
We could really use a
Can you
druid.
Skype in?
She was a druid, right?
Yeah.
We could really use a druid
A
right
shaman.
A
Shaman.
shaman.
Thank you.
In universe.
Even cooler than druids.
Actually.
Because they're Western themed.
That's right.
61 is my current health.
Okay.
My clothes are bloodied. I have a shredded wounds.
Smatter.
I'm on the ground.
Yeah, you are knocked prone. Yeah, so it went whoosh, missed the second attack and then spun around and then smacked your feet out from under you and it gashed your leg open as it took you down.
We were not ready for this.
All right, that's its turn. Marlane,
turn
you're up.
around.
You just saw this thing. Nicholas basically saved you because he distracted it with his elder or his divine smites, which feel like not eldritch or whatever.
Yeah, not at all.
Cool.
Not even a little.
Yeah. And then it ran and attacked. It's basically mauling him on the ground at this point.
Okay, well, I'm going to run up and try to, I guess, like, impale it in the back. Is that the best way to attack
Oh,
it?
you would have knowledge of beasts and stuff. Do you know what its weak spot would be?
Yeah, what's...
You can make a free check on your turn, so you can make a history check with advantage.
History... That's a 15.
A 15, okay. Give me 1 sec.
You know, the weak spots of a bone devil.
How do you know? Do we ever get advantage on an attack? When is that? When does that happen?
When your enemy is flanked or certain other circumstances.
Okay,
I
so you
was
would
going to
just tell
say
us.
in this circumstance you can ask if you have a thought of why you might have advantage. You can ask. I'll just tell you yes or no.
Is he flanked even though Nicholas is on the ground?
No, he's not flanked because Nicholas is on the ground.
No, I can. In Left 4 Dead, I can shoot from the ground, and I have endless pistol ammo.
You know what? You're right. It is flanked.
You're like, ah!
All right, I'm gonna say because of your what did you get?
15.
15. I'll give you a couple of resistances that it has. Okay, I'll tell you. It's immune to fire and poison. The only reason that the heavenly flame did any damage was for some specific reason.
Special fire. or something else.
Okay.
But you know it is immune to fire.
It's immune to fire, and its weakness was poison?
No, it's
No,
immune
it's
to
fire
it's immune
and
to
poison
both of
as
those
well.
things.
Okay.
That's what you know from your knowledge of this creature.
Its weakness is having its
Well, fire
limbs
damage
hurt.
is all I have. I mean, I've got regular slashing damage.
Does your
Does it have a weak spot physically?
No.
silver bullets do anything?
It's literally just it's just made of bones.
Okay. Well, my sword is silvered, so if silver does anything,
Mm-hmm.
it'll happen right now when I attack it. with-
Don't you have more than one crimson right, or do you only have fire?
Oh, I have another one now, don't I?
I don't know. Do you?
I thought you did pick another one.
God. Yes, I do. Look.
Is it ice or lightning?
I think it's ice.
Some of ice and
Do I have time to check?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so
Make it
sorry
fast, though.
to be
That's fine.
unprepared.
No, we're entertaining. I don't have fun facts like Alvin does, and I can't juggle.
So how's Nicholas feeling
Oh,
about
yeah.
this mess in his brain?
It's giving me a headache. I feel more. I'm growing more and more unsettled this whole night sucks.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of renaming my cool spells because I came up with a lot of really cool names for them.
Yeah, and those were things that Nicholas came up with. Like when you were forging when you were practicing with them as a child, like you named them.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are the things you came up with. This is how
Yeah.
you have understood your magic. So it's fundamentally changing and being changed upon you.
Alright, I found it.
All right.
I have it, and it is lightning.
Okay.
That's okay. Lightning's awesome. And he's not immune to it.
All right. So you will have to use a bonus action and take more damage in order to activate that.
Alright.
But that hurts Emerald Eyes somewhere.
No.
That's a different thing.
No, that's a different thing. That's not how it works
It was
anyway.
like when you took damage from something, he would take damage.
No.
Alright, I'll activate my lightning crimson right.
So you snuff the flame out.
Yes.
By doing that, you snuff the flame out and then the blood.
Yeah,
And it
that's your bonus action.
crackles.
Snuff the flame out with your blood, and then the blood coats it to put it out, and then
It's like vibrating.
yeah, like it literally jolts lightning up into the sky, and a little mini thunder crack surrounds you. And you will have
Color
advantage
me
on your
impressed.
attack roll because it is currently flanked by you and Nicholas.
Perfect. Alright, first attack with the sword, two-handed.
Okay,
That's a nat 20.
that will be a crit. Right, so that's gonna hit for sure.
Alright.
You can either double the damage or double the dice. Your option.
I'll double
You have to decide before you roll though.
the dice.
All right.
So that is 2d10. $11 plus 3 is 14. Oh, and then my crimson right damage. Fuck. Do I get to double that too?
Yep.
5 lightning damage.
All right. So what's the total?
Total is 19 damage.
Okay. So yeah,
And
you
I get another attack.
you do you run up and you see your friend under attack after and you slash both hands and it goes right across it. It goes down its rib cage and across its spine and it, like another thunder crack as you slash with that sword and electricity jolts all over its body and it makes its limbs tremble. So yeah, you've dealt a significant amount of damage to it, and now you have another attack.
Oh. Get out of here, you fiend! Oh, that's another nat 20.
Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
not joking. I can see it right here.
Is it?
Yes,
Really?
seriously.
Alright, double it again.
It's on the same dice, too.
You're doing
If you
great.
ever needed your sword to work, well, no, your sword always works, actually.
My sword does. It's doing good, but.
Alright.
Do you have a d10? I got
I
one.
always have a D10.
Thank you.
It's part of my set.
All right. 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 damage total.
Total? All right.
That's awesome. I'm like, I just saw the edge of the 20 and I was like,
That's about a quarter of its hit points already.
That's incredible.
So yeah, you're just hacking at this thing, just taking chunks out of the bone as you're thunder cracking it away from itself. Yeah, you're making like lightning strike every time you do this.
Yes.
The sand at its feet is turning to glass. All right, is that your turn?
Yes, I'm not moving.
All right, cool. Back up top to Nicholas. What are you doing?
does it take a whole action to stand up?
Nope, just half your movement.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
Nicholas, the tendrils.
I was going to use, I want 2 bonus actions. I was gonna use my bonus action to bless it.
Bless.
The bone.
Oh,
devil.
yes. Got it.
It's a different kind of blessing.
Yeah.
It's a bad blessing.
Bless your heart.
It's like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
Okay. Cool. So now it will take an extra 1d6 of necrotic damage
That's what bless does, everyone.
every time you hit it.
Yes. And then.
And as you say the blessing, you feel that twinge in your head again, and it feels different. You're like, you say the blessing, and you're like, have it like, you know, Holy Father, I bless this entity I bless myself against this entity to do more damage, and you get hex back instead.
Okay.
But you feel like it worked.
All right. Does it do damage? It does.
Not instantly. You have to hit on your next attack, which
Okay.
is this turn.
Which is right now.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. I was reading how long it lasts. Okay. Then I will attack it with. I try to use. Maybe I'm gonna omit saying words out loud right now. I feel sick every time I talk.
No, even in your head. Like, you don't have to say them out loud.
Okay.
Even when you're saying it in your head, it hurts you.
Oh, okay.
It's not costing you HP, but like
It sucks. I don't like the feeling of
it's
it.
wrenching the reality of what these spells are and changing them.
Okay.
Bummer.
Big bummer. You don't even know what I'm going through right now.
I'm
But
going
yeah.
through something else.
Yeah.
You did the blessing hex, and now it's hexed.
Okay. Well then, I sense that has been completed.
Mhm.
I'm trying to brush off the uneasiness in my skull, and I'm going to aim my packed weapon at this beast, and I'm going to fire what I'm trying to say is Divine Smite, but is coming across as jumbled into different words.
It comes across as
Eldritch Blast.
you are let loose with both shots of your Eldritch Blast. Roll your attacks, and you get advantage on it. So
With advantage.
roll 2 and use the higher number for your first one.
Okay. Okay, but I add it to something.
Yes, your attack. So your spell attack bonus.
13 for the first one.
13 is not a hit.
All right. That's way better. Okay. 25?
That's
25.
a hit. So yeah, you're thrown off, and the first one kind of like and just barely misses him, and it looks in the direction, and as it's distracted, you like aim and you blast it right under the jawbone, and it hits it.
All right, and that's 8 damage.
All right.
But it also takes
Hex damage.
unless you're rolling the d6
What?
No,
for
you
the
do it.
necrotic damage.
No, you do it. Is that a 5?
Yeah.
All right, so 5 plus 8.
I was like, get this away from me.
So that's
This is
13
how
total
my spells
damage.
Go.
What's
All right.
that look like?
So you and the burst of blue-green energy just goes and then dissipates and leaves scorch marks across the bones of its face, and it gets pushed back 10 feet because that's what it does. You have Repelling Blast, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is now pushed back. Wait.
I've already used my bonus action.
Yeah, there we go, right there.
That.
You can move safely if you want to, because it is now pushed away from
Well,
you.
we're not flanking it anymore, that's why I didn't want to move. But I'm going to move a little bit more towards the cave entrance.
How far?
Like 10 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
I can still shoot it from here.
You can indeed. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm checking on Marlane. How does she look? Super cool.
She's standing there and she's got her sword and it's...
I've never seen you use this before.
She's illuminated by electrical sparks coming off the sword. It looks like a Tesla coil. And it's like, it's striking the rivets on her armor and it looks so cool. Like,
not only am I impressed, Nicholas is like, hell, what the fuck?
Didn't know he was traveling with a superhero, did he?
Base, kind of.
Alright, is that your turn now?
Yes.
Alright. The Bone Devil, reeling from that attack, is going to turn and it's going to strike at Marlane once.
No, all eyes on me.
Does it have to move into range?
No, it's right there. There, it's in range now.
Okay. I didn't know if it had 10-foot reach.
I don't know. It does not have 10-foot range.
I don't know what kind of reach it has. It looks big.
It is big. Marlane, you gotta get out of there. He has 3 attacks.
He has 3 or 2?
3.
It's 3. 2 hands and a tail.
Alright, so 15.
It's my off-Broadway play name.
23.
He has a 23 hit.
So yeah, it's gonna go slash at you once.
But you have armor.
Oh, attacks
In your displacement.
Oh!
Attacks are made at disadvantage because of my dust of displacement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Okay.
It's hard to see where I
You're
am.
very lucky then, because I just rolled the second attack roll, so I'm going to say that that was the disadvantage roll. The second one was a nat 20. So we're going to go with the first one, which is a dirty 23.
That's a hit.
Yeah, not a nat 20 though. So yeah, it rakes its talons across you. I'm just going to do the second one. That's a 6 and an 18. So it's a 6 on the second one. The second one misses completely. You managed to like deflect its second attack, but the first one does hit you. And that's going to do...
What? You're like, ting! And then like an arc of electricity comes off of it when you block its attack.
It does 8 slashing damage on you for that first attack.
What?
And then it's going to run at Nicholas.
Stop. Isn't it intimidated by me?
It's enraged by you at this point.
That's the opposite of what we want.
It's the opposite of what we want. I want to go further into the desert.
Do I
away
get an
from us.
opportunity attack as it walks
do.
out of my range?
Yeah?
Slash at it.
Alright.
16?
16 does not hit.
Well, I tried.
So yeah, you take a swipe at it, but you that attack on you like left you a little bit reeling, and you had to deflect that one strike, so you're a little off balance, and you swipe at it again. And a little bit of electricity glances off the bone, but you just barely miss that attack as it gets outside your range. And it runs up on Nicholas, and it's going to lean forward, and its tail comes up over its head like a scorpion stinger and lashes down at you, and it is going to hit. So it's going to deal... Let's see... come on.
Lucky I failed that second attack, eh?
Yeah, thank you.
15 points of piercing damage.
I'm getting fucked up.
You can't sustain this type of damage.
This is just what happens when you're an adventurer, especially when you're a peacemaker, which I'm really struggling to maintain. Ow. Ouchie.
You're so brave.
Thank
Oh,
you.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, can I reroll that?
No.
Can this be an attack roll?
No. What is it?
Poor.
A 7 again. This is the
Oh.
exact same as the last
You
time.
are knocked prone again.
Why he bully me?
All right,
True.
Marlane, you're up.
I'm going into this cave.
Marlane, you're up. You're up again.
We're both going into this cave. Maybe.
Well, I'm really going into it, like, on my turn.
Alright, I'm going to run up on it and plunge my sword into its rib cage.
All right. Do you want to do a called shot?
And it's flanked now.
It is
Yeah.
flanked again, so you'll get advantage.
What happens with the cold
So a
shot?
called shot means that the AC will go up slightly,
Yeah.
but if you hit it, you'll basically do an extra die's worth of damage.
Yes, I'd like to do that.
All right, because you said I want to like thrust your sword. You said you want to thrust your sword into its rib cage, so you want to like leap through the air and do a cool ass thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Roll it.
All right.
And you have advantage.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'll give you an inspiring leader speech.
That is a 17.
17 does not hit. You have a second attack though.
All right. Well, it's not the cold shot. It's just.
So you leap through the air and you try to stab it into it, but it like moves at the last second and your sword glances off. Actually, make a dexterity check for me. Or an acrobatics check, I would say.
8.
8? Alright. You try to grab onto its back and like stay up on its back so you can try to like plunge into it again, but you slide down and you're now standing at its feet again.
Standing on the ground. Ugh.
You are right behind it though.
All right. Swipe at it again.
Alright.
Get its legs. And how is it gonna run up on me?
Advantage, don't forget.
I haven't forgotten. 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
Whew. Good job. Whew.
All right. And I've still got my lightning damage
Oh, yeah.
activated. 13.
13 total?
13 total damage. Not bad for one hit.
It's really good. When you're hitting, you're doing really good damage.
Alright. And you have a bonus action if you want to do anything.
I don't.
Do you want to do 2-weapon fighting or anything like that?
I've got my sword and I got 2 hands on my sword,
Correct.
so I don't think I can.
I mean, you can let go and draw your gun if you want to. Because you haven't done an object interaction yet, you can draw your gun and fire. You'll be at disadvantage because you're within 5 feet.
That just cancels out my advantage.
Yeah, basically, so it's a straight roll.
All right, I'll pull my gun out and try to shoot it in its stupid head.
Alright.
Just straight
So
roll.
yeah, you tried to stab into it, but you fell down, and you like, whoosh, you hack into its hip bone, and you crack a chunk out of its hip bone, and lightning shoots up through its entire body and illuminates the entire front of the cave for a second, and then you like, you fire. What'd you get?
23.
That's a hit also. So yeah, you fire off a shot, and it clips the back of its head and blows a chunk out of the back of its skull-like head.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to add my +3 to my lightning damage before.
Oh, okay.
So it was 16 actually instead of 13.
Okay.
5 + 6, 13. 17 piercing damage with the revolver. Is he resistant to piercing?
Was this one of your silver bullets?
It was.
Then he is not.
Wait till we tell our friends what we took now. I hope this isn't a fucking dream. And we just wake up and we're like, oh, I had such a stressful dream and I've got no experience points from it. It's like when I dream about folding my laundry and I wake up and my
I can tell
laundry's
you won't
unfolded.
get experience points from it because we're doing milestone up leveling up.
That too.
God damn it.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes, that's my whole turn.
All right,
I'm not
Nicholas,
going
you're up
anywhere.
again.
I stand up.
Shit.
He's down.
No. So you're standing now.
I'm standing up.
You have 15 feet of movement.
I am using, I'm waving my hand and I'm creating a big globe of water above its head and splashing it down on it and hoping it does something. Isn't it on fire?
It's not on fire.
I thought it was like a fire demon
No,
thing.
it's a bone
It was
demon.
bones, but it was fire.
I have lightning
Okay.
attacking it.
And I don't do that. I was like, I'll extinguish it. Why did I think of that?
Actually, if you douse this, if you make this creature covered in
You
water,
can say wet. It's okay.
Perhaps-
The audience will be mature about it.
if you make the demon wet, perhaps the
I have full
lightning
faith in you
damage,
guys.
perhaps the lightning damage might work better.
It's called teamwork.
Yeah, so then I will commit to it. Even though previously I was doing it because I thought it was an on fire skeleton. I don't know where that came from.
I have my sword on fire.
I was
There's a lot
embellishing.
going on.
There's a lot.
Maybe because you lit it on fire. Because it's immune to fire, but that's because it's a fiend.
Yeah, so I create water.
Alright, so you...
10 gallons. I douse this fucker.
So it is drenched in just a a ball of water just drops on it. Like a big fat raindrop the size of a medicine ball.
Damn.
It looks like it hated that. It's like steaming.
Ooh. Well, wait till I give it an uppercut with my tendrils.
Alright.
Right
here?
from underneath it.
Alright, yeah. It comes... The tendrils look the same. They're just a little more solid and gooey than they were last time you remember them.
More corporeal.
Yeah, a little bit.
Interesting.
Huh.
And green slime starts oozing up out of the cracks in the ground that it came out of.
I don't have time to be worried about that. I'm attacking with it.
It's not my turn,
is
so
this
I can be worried about
Straight
it.
roll?
Yeah. Oh no, it's advantage because it's still flanked. And it's plus your spell attack modifier.
Great. 23.
That's a hit.
That's incredible.
So this thing like leans down to hitch to like dig its claws into your face or something, and all of a sudden your tentacles of the deep, which you now realize that's what they're called, and just nail this thing right in the face. How much damage does it do?
I 1d8.
Wrong one.
That's a wrong one.
Bottom one, right
Can't
there.
count. Can't count sides that fast.
You're panicking. It's fine.
That is a 6 cold
Nice.
damage.
6 cold damage.
And he's got an icicle on his chin.
Yeah, does that affect the water? It's just extra cold water. Yeah,
you know what? Actually, roll a d4.
+1.
Yep, it does a little bit of extra damage.
Because we planned. Creating Destroy Water is very useful. Everyone should use it. It's been very fun for me.
All right.
Oh, and I'm going to run towards the cave.
Okay.
Even just to get distance.
You are
this is
now
probably
in the
good.
mouth of the cave.
Yeah, that's where I want to stay. I'm facing the beast, though.
Okay.
Back to the unknowable horrors in this cave, but I'm not scared.
Sure.
It
No,
feels
why would you
cool.
be scared?
I'm not that. You said I wasn't that afraid of
I
it.
know, you're not afraid. You feel like you need to be there.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't feel like that.
The Bone Devil is going to turn... He took a hit from the tendrils, and he's going to... And it does nothing, and he's covered in that green slime, and he kind of flicks it off. That's one of its attacks. And it's going to turn, because it remembers getting shot in the back of the head, and it's going to turn, and it's going to slash at Marlane once.
You have your displacement, so it's disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I lost the die. Carrots by your feet.
Oh, do you want the number?
Nah.
Well, it was a 6.
Thanks, Kara.
Oh, you're so lucky. All right, so it's a 6 plus...
You don't have to use the floor number.
Okay.
Why would you want to be hurt?
I just-
you can use the floor
I
number.
never use the floor number.
If
as
you
a
would eat an
personal-
Is a 20 hit
Jackie,
with disadvantage?
Yes, a 20 hit.
why would you argue
So-
for that?
Slashes it.
I just have core beliefs.
If you eat a
floor numbers.
I need a floor M&M, I'll use a floor number. Depending on the state of the floor.
That's 4. 6 points of slashing damage.
Alright. I love slashing damage.
You just want to show off how cool and robust your health is.
Pretty good.
It's really
Did
good.
you say 6 points?
Yes.
Yes. Does a 14 hit you? No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
So yeah, it slashes at you with its claws, and you take that hit, and then you see it duck down like it did before to sting you with its stinger, and you go whoosh, and you deflect the stinger away with your sword,
Yes.
and with a lightning strike again,
Man,
and it.
if anyone was around, they would be so impressed by all the noise your sword is making. Thunderstrike when you hit.
Actually, you know what? No. Well, I did say it hit the sword, so
I hurt myself.
yeah. It takes a little tiny shock, but it feels that. It doesn't like that. Okay.
I did that too.
And now it's your turn.
Alright. I'm going to... Can I see... Does it have a heart or anything?
No, I mean it's got skin, but it's like
Mummified.
sucked up into the bones like
Mummified looking.
that, yeah.
Here's what I want to do with my 1-2 shot. I'd like to chop at its knee to get it down on the ground, and then I'd like to behead it.
And
That's where
electrical
I
damage
feel like we're
that might help. The water might help it.
Maybe.
All right, so it's going to be a called shot, so
Alright.
that's increasing the AC
Mm-hmm.
on both attacks.
Mhm.
However, both your attacks are an advantage.
Mhm.
All right?
Mhm.
So, roll 2 dice and use the higher, and then roll 2 more dice and use the higher.
Alright. This is for the knee.
Yeah.
It's the same. That's weird. Doubles.
Huh. I should get extra points.
7
Because
plus
of the rule
14.
again. I'm making up new rules. Based on nothing.
21 to hit.
It hits.
Yes!
So it turns to face you as it does that, and it goes to try to, and you're like, ha ha! And you crack it in the knee, and it goes down onto its knee. I'm gonna let you do. I was gonna say half damage, but because it's covered in water, it's gonna take full damage on that hit.
Oh.
Normally, because your intention was just to knock it down, you're still hitting it, but I was gonna say it's only half because you're not trying to actually kill it. You're
Right.
just trying to knock it down.
Trying
But
to pop its
because
kneecap off.
it's covered in water and your sword's electrical,
Nice. 13 damage.
okay?
It's like me bent backward.
Yeah, basically,
I was going
you take it and it's not backwards, but it like sideways, and
Take
and it
that,
catches
flamingo
itself on
legs.
one leg, and it's reaching for you now, but its head is right there. So make your second attack with advantage.
Say a prayer to Delvon.
This is not good.
16.
Nope, sorry.
Alright.
Still have your gun out. If you want to do 2 open fighting.
You can get that right under its chin
Yeah, I'll shoot it
and you
in.
blow
Shoot
its
it in stupid
maybe
head.
brains out.
Because it's off balance like this, I'm gonna give you advantage on it still, even though it's within 5 feet of you. I'm gonna negate the disadvantage.
Crazy.
What? Is it a nat 20? So yeah, it's reaching for you. You kind of like you bat it its hand aside with the sword, and you stick the gun. Actually, you tell me, how do you want to do this?
Yes. After I batted its head aside with the sword, and I've got my gun, and I put it right at the bottom of its chin, just like Nicholas wanted. And I pull the trigger, and the lightning comes down. Pooh. It's not a lightning weapon, but there's a lot
I
of
know.
lightning happening.
You're shooting up and the lightning striking.
I'll say
right
that
up.
a spark of lightning from your sword jumps over and ignites the bullet, and just, and its head explodes, and it drops.
Didn't even want to hear my damage. But
It had 3 hit health left.
Ah!
It was literally impossible for you to roll low enough to do not enough damage.
That was awesome.
So yeah, the bone devil sparks shooting off of it.
Look! He's dead!
Thank goodness. That was awful. But amazing.
Where did this come from? I wonder.
Are they just out in the wilderness like this? You would know better than me.
No, these are not wandering around the wilderness. This is a fiend from the underworld.
This is a fiend from the underworld.
Do you have any theories on where it came from besides the underworld? Like,
Who would have led it here? What's its purpose?
how did it get out?
Was it hiding in that cave? Is that its
I
cave?
don't think it came from the cave. The cave feels kind of cool. And not like there's demons in it.
I don't really feel that way.
Use your amulet to tell us if there's demons in it. Because it's attuned to demons right now.
Is it the cave of a fiend?
Your amulet has gone, the second it dropped and died, your amulet was like, and it's fallen still.
Do you want to investigate the body?
Yes, for sure.
Maybe you'll find something cool.
Can I get any souvenirs? Like a shark tooth or something?
He has a little arrowhead on him that he found.
It doesn't have any clothes or anything like that, so it doesn't have any items. But if you'd like to take some time and roll a survival check, you can try to see how much of it you can harvest.
Maybe
if you'd like to harvest parts
Something
of it.
for components for a new alchemical
Yeah, does it have those bone wings?
It does have bone wings,
I would
yes.
like to just take one of the bones from the bone wings.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, what did you do? Did you just punch your box?
no, I got something under my thumbnail. It's a very precise injury.
A speck of dust.
Okay, it's a 19 to harvest some of the bone wings.
Okay.
Or
What do
whatever else is good there.
Yeah, what are you
Demon
trying
flesh.
are you trying to find anything specific or
No, it's just something for my collection,
now-
my journal.
for now we'll just say that you like cut some chunks off of it. You're an expert monster hunter. I'm going to say you get you have 19.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of stuff. We'll work on it between sessions and figure out what you got from it.
Alright. I'm
And,
basically starting from scratch with my monster pot collection.
Yeah. I mean, you've done a couple of other jobs, but still. Yeah. So you got
what I
a.
used to have.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say you get about a pouch's worth of material from this creature. So maybe some components for your chemicals, maybe some enhancements for your weaponry. We'll see what we can do.
One of those nice carved bones to put my hair up with.
Sure.
Very nice.
I'll give you that right now if you want that.
You have a
I think
fiend bone to keep your hair up. That's
Wouldn't that be
awesome.
dope?
Very cute.
How will you wear your hat?
You just keep it up.
like
Like
a
if you,
non-hat
if you
days.
have
Oh,
it
okay.
tied up in like a close little bun, you put the pin in, and you can still put the
Hairpin.
hat over it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it down here. All right, I see what you're saying. I get what you're. I'm picking up what you're laying down. All right, so this creature is dead, and you have harvested some pieces from it. Nicholas, you are relieved it's dead, and then as she's doing that, you kind of like find yourself drawn to looking into the darkness of this cave before you, and your dark vision does not even penetrate the mouth of the cave.
Do I have anything that lets me see through magical darkness?
No, that would be true sight.
I use true sight. I don't have it.
You don't have that.
Worth trying.
And by the time Marlane's finished doing what she's doing, you hear another Nicholas.
Do I recognize the voice?
Nope.
I recognize does it have an accent?
Nope. I mean, it has an accent, but it's not a voice you recognize.
Okay. Can I place the accent? New Jersey.
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Nicholas.
Oh,
Come
no!
on in.
A New Englander!
Come on down here. Come on in here.
Actually, that sounds very,
Take a look.
very close to home. As I've
think
said
you-
before, everyone has to just imagine that filter over my voice.
You think he wants us to work the graveyard shift? Is that?
No, actually, what it sounds like is, "Hiya, Nikki.
No,
Come on inside.
I'm not coming then.
Lots of popcorn and balloons."
I'm not tempted by clown voice.
I am. I'm going.
No, I think you should stay out of
I
it.
love popcorn.
All right. Seriously though, yeah, you feel the beckoning pull of this cave. What are you gonna do?
Is that something I have a choice in, or am I?
You can try to resist it and like wait, or you can just call out to Marlane and go in. Whatever you want to do. If you want to resist it, you'll have to do a charisma save.
Well, how does it feel? It feels like I should be in there.
It feels like you need to be in there.
Okay,
It doesn't feel like it's like, oh, this place seems tits. Like, no, it just feels like you need to be in there.
Okay, but it's not like I'm dread, like an uneasy feeling in my.
Oh no,
my
it's
stomach.
very uneasy.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
It matches the uneasy feeling you've had all night.
Well, then, how am I to determine what's causing it? Everything. Everything's causing that tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess while you're doing that, I don't know how loudly I'm gonna say it, but I'm like, Marlane, I'm going inside the cave. And I just walk in.
Make a charisma check for me.
In the magical darkness. Is that magical darkness?
19.
You say it loud enough for Marlane to hear. You're like, Marlane,
I'm kind of like,
yeah, you're like,
not emotionally saying it. It's
Marlane, I gotta go in there. And you start walking into the cave, and you hear Nicholas say this, and you're just finishing up what you're doing, and you turn and you see Nicholas walking into the darkness of the cave.
All right, I guess. We're going into the cave.
All right.
I look up to the mesa. Do I see anything up there to our camping spot?
Your campfire's still there. You can see the glow.
All right, we're going into the cave. If anyone wanted to know.
All right, so you guys enter the cave. kill the camera for a sec.
The map?
Yeah,
Yes,
the map.
cam.
It's off. I haven't had it on like the whole time while things aren't moving because
That's fine.
there's been like a little lag on your cam.
On mine?
Yeah, with the map cam on, so I'm like toggling.
Same as last time, or?
Not that bad.
Okay.
I'm working on it. I'm doing technology, and it's going great. I can't believe how many nat 20s I rolled.
I know. In one session. I've gone games where I've rolled 0 nat 20s.
I mean, I have too, especially with this character.
That was incredible. Let's just all appreciate that before we go into the cave of not wonders.
I was 3.
The Cave of Blunders.
Oh.
That sounds silly.
Alright, so you guys walk in, and you walk through, like, pitch darkness, and it's just long enough to feel like maybe we should stop, because, like, your sword is still sparking, but, like, it's just lighting up you and nothing around you. And your dark vision is not working, and your potion-induced dark vision is not doing anything, and you're like, this is weird. Just as you're about to stop or feel like you should turn back, though, you step through, and you're in this cavern. And the walls have etchings in them, and this looks very familiar to you, Nicholas.
Okay. I've been to a place like this, or
Like
a place
this.
exactly
It
this?
looks like the other temples that you guys have discovered previously.
Oh, okay. What's the state of disrepair?
It's not a temple. It looks like the carvings and the designs are similar to it. And off to the corner over there, you actually see plants growing.
But it's a cave. It's like a cavern.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an enclosed cave, and there's plants growing over there. And in the center of the room, there's a pool. And out of this pool is like a greenish, pale light coming up from the bottom.
Okay. How do I feel in this cavern?
You feel like this is where you needed to come.
Okay.
Does the size of the cavern, is it betrayed by the exterior surroundings?
It's way bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger on the inside.
Huh. This is surprising.
Does anything else stand out?
As a matter of fact, there is some things standing out. You see
Beautiful statue.
the size of these figures has no bearing on anything. Just roll with me here.
We'll just imagine them bigger or smaller depending on what you
Imagine
give me.
the figures.
The theater of the mind.
You see figures standing around the pool.
Are they stone?
No, they are figures in robes and hoods.
That's always good.
Do you know them?
Do I recognize their forms or their
Garb.
dress?
The garb is similar to the color scheme that Jebediah Faust had on his robes. Marlane, these are the exact same types of hoods you saw on the figure in your flashback.
Nicholas, we're in danger.
Well, they haven't. Correct me if I'm wrong. They haven't noticed us yet, so we could have the element of surprise.
Yes.
What are they doing right now?
They're standing facing the pool with their heads bowed.
Are they? What do I hear?
Nothing. Silence.
Are they armed?
You can't see anything. Their hands are clasped in front of them, but
Can I tell what race they are? Or are they
Nope.
fully covered? Okay. Do they? They're not saying anything. They're just silently standing there, watching over. Okay. I don't know if you told me. If you want to tell me that they're wearing the same, they're connected to Jebediah Faust in any way. But my Nicholas's perception of the situation right now is like, we should be careful. They're just kind of standing there, so I don't know if I want to start like killing them. That seems like something a bad guy would do.
Yeah, I don't want to kill them. They seem unarmed, and I don't want to kill anyone. Did you want to go swimming? Is that why I was here?
What am I drawn to in this room?
You just feel like this is where you're supposed to be, basically. This is all you can ascertain just by standing here.
Okay.
Can you move us forward one spot?
Yeah, move us forward one spot.
Why?
Because we're stepping further into the room. Is that
okay.
allowed?
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, why? You guys should want to leave.
No, I just
say that.
you have to tell me how far into the room you want to go.
I meant for the camera, but that's how far into the room I wanted to go.
I can move the thing.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
We agreed to be there.
Yeah. And I guess, okay, do I feel, I'm not like pulling it out, but I'm going to touch my hand to my bag where my book is.
Mm-hmm. You're touching the bag?
I'm putting my hand into the bag and touching
into the
book.
bag. You're touching the book. Okay. If you're touching the book,
just to make sure it's there.
you touch something. You touch goo.
Okay, I look in it.
The book is seeping slime.
Ew. Why are you looking at my knapsack? It wasn't like that when I put it back in there. Can I discern any of the plants over here? Does anything look familiar? Do they look creepy, or do they just look like there's plants in here?
Roll me an investigation check with advantage.
Is there anything going on with my amulet?
Oh yeah, you should try your amulet too.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. What was I doing? Investigation?
Mm-hmm. With advantage.
19, thanks to the advantage. 22.
As you look across at the plants over here, you realize these are not like normal Muri'kasian plant life. You've seen stuff like this, but the only place you've ever seen stuff like this is in those dreams you had when you were a kid.
Oh.
Of far-flung
They were not
astral
dreams.
landscapes with strange, madness-inducing creatures beyond your understanding.
Give me nightmares.
That's what you're seeing right now in your waking hours.
Alright, I'm a little jolted by that. But, still want to start shooting randomly.
And your amulet is going off, by the way.
Alright.
What's your amulet say? Mine.
Oh no, wait a minute. What did you fix it to? Fiends?
Fiends.
No, nothing.
We can
Sorry.
take a little rest. They're not bothering anyone, and then you can redo it.
Jebediah Faust was a fiend, wasn't he?
No, it's that other guy, the
He was
plague
the
bearer.
spellcaster, yeah. The Kybal, the plague bearer, was a fiend.
Getting
What
my
was
bad
Faust?
guys? He's just a jerk.
He was just
You're right.
he was just a necromancer.
He's just a jerk. This is attuned to jerks right now. The amulet doesn't lie.
I mean, a necromancer. That's what he was.
Okay. I'm gonna take a couple more steps forward. So, a couple more steps. 2 squares forward, please.
10 feet.
10 feet.
Alright.
Anything change? Do I notice anything else?
That uneasy feeling inside of you kind of like shifts, like a slurp kind of sensation.
We love those here.
Do I feel uneasy?
No, this is seeming very familiar to you, though. Not because the architecture and everything, because you've been in temples like this. You've been in actual temples like this, but this particular room seems very familiar to you.
Alright, I'll keep up with Nicholas. What, any assets in the area? What's on that shelf over there?
It's just rocks.
How big? Alright, okay.
I talk to them.
10 feet in the air. They rise 10 feet off the ground.
Talk to them. Hold on. Can I probably shouldn't. You know, like when you like are just peeking at something in
Yeah.
your bag? Yeah. Just want to crack open the book.
The book?
Yeah.
As you do, the pages are like slurping, and yeah, I mean, what are you looking for inside
I
there?
don't know, does anything look different? Is anything glowing?
The words are glowing.
Do they normally do that?
No.
Okay. Can I discern anything particular standing out, or is it just all the words?
Not
are
by
glowing?
just glancing at it inside the bag. You have to crack it open to see more.
I'm gonna give Marlane a look. I'm gonna pull the book out. Oh my god. You can't make that face.
Marlane, that's the book from your flashback.
extremely dangerous.
I'm aware, but
As you pull out and open the book, the hooded figures turn and face you guys.
do they do anything else?
They are facing you now.
Okay, they're just facing us. Can I see faces, eyes, anything?
No, they're obscured by their hoods.
Gust of wind.
Hi.
You don't have that.
Perhaps we're lost. Can you tell us where
We're looking
Where
for
we
the
are?
bathroom. I don't say that.
You are exactly where you should be, Marlane, Shane, and Nicholas Sipes. All of them are saying this in unison.
Thank you. Who am I speaking to?
You are speaking to Legion.
Legion. Perfect.
This is out of character. Nicholas is like, huh? No. Does that sound familiar to either of us?
Legion is actually a thing that is referenced several times in your historical religious texts from home.
In what manner?
Bad.
Oh.
It's kind of like how they say like the beast in the Bible.
Yeah.
That.
Okay.
That's the context.
You're saying we're exactly where we should be. Where is that exactly?
Marlane should know. She has been here before.
Yeah. How did you get me back here? What?
You entered freely of your own volition.
That's technically true. How did you find me on the surface?
You came to us via Nicholas.
Oh, do you know him?
We know Nicholas very well.
I don't think we've met. Have we?
We have not yet, but we know of you, and you know of our champion.
What do I know of their champion?
You don't know what they're talking about.
Okay.
You know you're referred to as a champion.
Yes.
What champion is that?
Jebediah Faust was one, and now there is another.
Oh.
Who?
What will you give for that information?
What caliber of item?
Give them some water. Create water and give them water.
Give us the book.
No. And I put it away. Not at this moment.
Maybe later.
What?
I cannot hand over this book right now. Do you have anything else you would like?
Pledge your allegiance to us.
That's even a worse ask than that for the book. How did you call out to us?
Your power is the same as our power.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not true.
You are a Hexarado of Delvon.
Could you just have 1 second? They look like liars, and honestly, they look like fiends, and I hate them.
We can't really see what they look like, but they do look evil.
Yeah.
I'm getting really... They're aligned with something that we were taught was very, very bad.
No one's supposed to be listening to this.
It's not funny.
Mind your own business.
Good and evil are mortal concepts.
If you didn't know, I am mortal.
But those you serve are not.
Peacemakers are often serving different gods.
You are no peacemaker.
Nicholas is looking more and more deflated every minute we're down here. I don't know what to say to that. That's out of character. He just is like... We're in the void!
Get us out.
Slurping!
Alright. What did you bring us here for?
We want the book from Nicholas. We want his allegiance, and we want you, Marlane,
No.
to return to your slumber. And from inside the pool, a weird, like, organic floral pod rises up.
I'm not going to be doing that. You're not getting the book.
You cannot have this book.
What do you want the book for? Don't you have your own weird, creepy book?
What are you talking about?
This is the only one. This is the one you need.
That is the book we require.
Oh, bummer.
What are you going to do with the book?
We shall achieve our destiny and yours.
I think my destiny can be achieved without handing this over.
You know nothing of your destiny, Nicholas Sipes.
I'm working on it. And
Would you
keep doing that, I
like
need
to
this
know your destiny? We can tell you what your herald has kept from you.
he wouldn't keep that. Something that important from me.
They have kept much from you.
Starting to get
And
back.
Marlane Shane,
Yes.
would you not like to know how you came to this world from your time?
I would love to know that if you have got a short story to tell me, but I'm not giving you anything. You seem very hungry to put me back into a pod. I won't be getting into that.
Then you cannot leave this place. We have more to offer if it would assuage your uncertainty.
I think I'm being very clear. I'm certain I'm not staying, and you will tell us the truth
The figures throw the hoods off of their heads,
about our pasts.
and all four of these figures are recognizable to the two of you. Not, you don't, the both of you don't know all four, but
You know a few and I know a few.
correct. You know three of them, or no, yeah. No, sorry. You know two of them and you know two of them.
How even?
You're looking at the face of your mother and father.
What?
And Marlane, you're looking at the face of two people that you've never seen before, but who you instantly know are your mother and father.
This is not real.
This is not real. This is not possible. My parents are back home. And they worship Delan as much as I do.
My parents died hundreds of years ago.
Oh, yeah, then they're definitely not
The
here.
woman steps forward, a human woman with blonde hair, steps forward and looks at you and she goes, "No, Marlane, this is very real. We are here.
What?
The Lord of the Depths has brought us for you to be reunited with us.
He reanimated you? What is it called?
He brought us here. We were not dead."
Alright, well, perhaps death would be better than what you're doing now.
The man steps forward and looks at you with sadness in his eyes and says, "Marlane, you'll never understand how difficult it was to give you up to the Order of the Bloodslayers. But we thought what we were doing was the best at the time. We came to understand later what a mistake it was.
I disagree. I think what you did was the best decision. I am basically a superhero now. I'm fine. So, you're wrong. Go to hell. Whatever watery hell you've been living in, go back there.
He kind of like sags and steps back. And your mother puts her arms around him and they start to cry.
This has to be an illusion, otherwise
And
I'm gonna
then
be too sad.
Your parents step forward. Nicholas? Father
Immediately
says,
going back into like, Dad's talking to me, this is trained in.
son, the time has come to understand where you truly belong in the world. And where we truly belong in the world.
Back home, and I was gonna come back and visit and tell you about all the things I've done. Why would you show up here? This doesn't make sense.
You've come here to us, Nicholas. What the Legion is telling you is true. And home is exactly the way it was when you left it. But it needs to change, boy. You need to change. You need to understand what you truly are. The time has come. The Lord from the deep has told us.
But we don't follow the Legion.
The Legion is just what the followers of the Deep Lord call themselves. Delvan, his time is over.
Delphine? It's your
That's
guy.
What do you mean by his time is over? We spent hundreds of years worshipping him.
That's true. And we were worshipping a false god the entire time. He lied to us. His emissaries lied to us.
What did they lie about?
Being the true Lord. The Lord of the deep, who slumbers beneath the mountains, is the way.
That doesn't feel right.
I know, it didn't feel right to us either at first. But it is the way things are.
Then you allowed yourselves to be brainwashed. Now it doesn't feel like anything. I see what's happening here. Maybe we should just go. I don't want to shoot these people.
I'm not shooting my parents.
Yeah.
How do we know? How can we trust that it's really you and not some sort of mind trick?
And your mother steps forward. Nicholas, how could we convince you, dear?
I don't know.
Can I say my idea?
She approaches you slowly. Her hands raised like this, and she reaches out her hands for you. You would know if it was me, dear.
This sucks. I love my mom. Nicholas puts his hand in her hands.
It feels like every other time that you've touched your mother's hands.
How could you do this to me? This is heartbreaking. I'm very loyal to Delvan. I'm a little bit of a fuck up, but I'm very loyal to him. I've been doing everything I was taught to do. What's your plan?
My idea is that you ask them a question that they that they'd have to make up an answer to. You know, like you wrote them a letter a little while ago, so ask them what was the name of my friend I mentioned in the letter, the halfling. But you never mentioned Ace in the letter, so they'll lie. They'll out themselves. Maybe.
I'm trying to think
That's
of
my
something.
idea.
I'm trying to think of something to quiz them with.
Ask them how many cats they fed you every week as a
Keep in
child.
mind, you have to ask them something that I would also know the answer to if it's
you
true.
Would,
so
you would know,
okay.
I'm gonna be purposeful with my meaning.
Okay.
You remember when I had dreams as a child?
Of course, dear.
And they were dreams of amazing and incredibly powerful beings, and I would be consumed with them. When I woke up, I would write about them.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever read what I had written about them?
Did you ever show them?
I'm going to text you.
Okay.
Let's keep it secret from you guys.
I love secrets.
Sweetheart, if you wrote anything in some sort of private journal, you never showed it to us. All we saw were the drawings you did.
That's not good. You've passed my test.
You have to understand, and you need to see the truth. That Delvon's time is over, just as your father said.
Can you call Delvon here to fight them?
I can try to reach out to Sagyathatep, my emissary.
Yeah.
I'm an emissary.
You're a
He's an
champion.
emissary.
He's
I'm
an
a
emissary.
champion.
Yeah. You're a champion. He's a herald of Delvon.
Yes, I'm going to very reluctantly release my hands from her.
She kind of like reaches slightly, but then like pulls back. She doesn't want to like grab at you.
Okay. Just breaking my little heart. We're not in initiative.
Roll for initiative! She punches you! No, I'm just kidding. Mommy, no!
I'm trying really hard not to shoot anybody's parents.
Thank you. I also don't want to shoot either of our
Alright,
parents.
so what are you doing?
I take a step back and I close my eyes and I quietly reach out to my herald.
Normally it would take you a moment to center yourself and to like say a little prayer or something like that, but in this place it's just seething with power that's similar in type to yours, and you just instantly forge that connection, and you feel it. You feel a connection from you to somewhere else forge, and it's like something in your brain shatters, and you feel the whole cave tremble around you, and then dust and rocks fall from the ceiling briefly, and they look around, and she looks at and your mother in front of you goes, "What have you done, Nicholas?" And then from the other side of the cave, out of the shadows, a gush of water and flows into the pool, and a figure in a hood comes.
Coolest entrance yet, if I may say.
And he's got his huge spear staff. And it's Sagyathatep.
Yes.
And
I'm more happy to see you.
and he goes, "Away from my champion." And the water comes up out of the pool in front of you and sweeps across and blasts all four of your parents away down off into the darkness of the caverns.
I'm sorry.
And the cavern starts to tremble and shake and rock, and like you can feel the ground shaking beneath you. And he hurries over to you and he goes, "Nicholas, what are you doing here?"
We were drawn here.
He looks down at the book in your hands. "You did not heed my warning, boy."
I'm sorry. I felt like I had to learn about what was going on, and if I understood better, I'd be able
They
to...
know you have it now.
I didn't give it up. I won't.
It doesn't matter. They have your parents now.
Can you help them?
There's nothing I can do for them. They have them now. Only you can stop this now.
I can help them. I can save them, right?
It may be possible, but it will not be easy. And you cannot stay here. This place is going to collapse.
What about Marlene's parents?
And you. I don't know how they brought them, but they brought your parents forth from another time.
Yeah.
They may have done it in the same way that you were brought here. I don't know.
Oh my god, you can see him.
Hello, weirdo.
He's like really here.
He's really here.
He's not a weirdo. It's Sagyathatep. He's wonderful.
My apologies. It looks a little weird, right?
He's like got like kind of a fish face with fishy eyes.
Yeah.
So nice to meet you.
You, Bloodslayer, were apparently part of this from before Nicholas was even born, before this country was even formed.
I don't know how.
You were brought here from another time.
I was.
You have a part to play in all of this.
Perhaps I do.
You do. It is a certainty.
Can we help her remember? Would that help?
I can try.
And he reaches out and touches your forehead, and in a blast, it hurts so bad. I need you to take
I'm sorry for you getting psychic damage.
6 points of psychic damage.
That's par for the course for these guys.
And it's just like he just drives like an ice pick into your brain, basically, and it shatters this wall that you didn't know was there, and then all these memories come flooding back to you. You see this cave filled with other Bloodslayers, and there's more of those pod things, and they're all going into the pods, and there's a bunch of Fae people present here, and they're like preparing the pods, doing druid crafting magic and like wrapping them and infusing them with like tendrils that are like pushing like preservative fluids like honey and tree sap and things like that into them. That's what the fluid inside of it was.
So it was a nice slime.
And you witness, as though you're viewing it from the outside, yourself going into this pod, and the pod closes up and they start to sink them down. And there was more of these pools before this place was like a collapsed cavern. There was more of these pools before, and yours is going into a pool, and the others are kind of floating off, being carried by vines to other places. And then your memory starts to fog and get scattered, and when you're like going in and out of consciousness, and that's when you wake up to see the Fae beings that were guarding your pod being slaughtered by figures in hoods and robes, just like those ones. And they start to read from that book, and then all of a sudden your pod sinks down into the pool and vanishes before they can complete whatever it is they were trying to do. And before yours vanishes, you see the other pods that were in the room with you start to wither and shrivel, and the Bloodslayers that were inside of them being desiccated and dying. But yours gets pulled down into the pool and is gone.
It's awful.
And then you snap back to reality, and you're on your knees, and all you saw was Marlane just grab her head, and her hat falls off into
I'm
the
going
floor.
over to you to make sure you're okay.
And yeah, that's all you see. And then he has Soglothlotep's got his hand, and you see his hand kind of like dries and cracks a little bit, and one of his fingers kind of like bends in an unnatural way, like that cost him something to do.
And he goes, I hope you can make use of that. Nicholas, take your friend and go. Now!
Before we leave, they called me a hexerado. That can't be true.
It is what you are, boy.
Why did you tell me, why did everyone tell me I was a peacemaker? Well, maybe I told myself I was a peacemaker.
No
Nobody
one told you were a peacemaker, Nicholas.
myself I was a peacemaker.
It was the story you made for yourself, and we agreed to it.
I thought I could go out and do whatever I wanted with my life.
You can do good things, Nicholas. Is that not what you set out to do?
Yes.
You can, and you have. Please trust me once more.
Okay.
Now go.
I'm gonna help you up,
Thank you.
and we're gonna run to the mouth of the cave.
Alright, I'll run.
And as you run, you happen to glance back over your shoulder, and he just stands there, and the pool, the edges of the pool starts to crack. And then all the liquid that's in it drains downward, and the cracks get bigger, and Soglothlotep plummets down into the pit as well. And then as you pass through the darkness, you see no more, and you come out, and you're back in the desert. And it's nighttime again.
That was so scary. Yeah. That man hurt me, but I like him. He was very nice.
It's not usually very forthcoming, as I thought he was, about information, but, yeah. You'll have to, if you're comfortable with it, fill me in on what he gave you.
Oh, yes. I would like to fill you in. I've got to sort through it myself a little bit first. It was very
Maybe we can understand how it's connected.
violent and dim. Yeah.
Do you want to describe to Nicholas what you saw?
Yes.
Nicholas, as Marlane starts to describe this to
I
you,
describe it.
this actually sounds familiar to you.
From history lessons.
Correct.
From college.
You have history of the you took a history of the Fey realm course, and these are preservation pods that the highest beings of the Fey realm can create. See, the Fae aren't not all necessarily eternal beings, and if you want to elevate someone to Fae status, or if the Fae want to keep around a servant of theirs past their mortal expiration dates, they can place them in there and then pull them out for periods of time when they want them again, and keep them around for a long period of time. It basically stops you from aging. It puts you into a slumber. That's what these pods are used for.
I communicate that with you, if you didn't already surmise.
Thank you. It's good for confirmation.
And to your knowledge, these things have been basically not heard of for aeons of time. But the Fey realm time moves differently in the Fey realm, you know that, but like to scholars who have gone to the Fey realm and come back and visited and things like that, these things have not been around for a long time. And there was some sort of war in the Fey realm that took place, and the pods were destroyed, and the means to make them was lost.
Do we know any more about... Did I learn any more about that war?
You just know that there was an invading cult that attacked the Fey realm.
I'm starting to think we might have a lead on who that would have been.
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay, so from what we just learned, and what I learned back in all of my schooling, do I know the name or origin of this other force that this Legion is working for, this group that calls themselves Legion?
No, not from schooling. No.
Okay. What about from special schooling?
No.
Chosen ones classes?
Well, I mean, it's been made pretty clear that they serve...
something other than Delvon, obviously.
Yeah, the other one.
The other one. Do I just know...
The name
do I have a term
I believe
for
it was Chewed Ball? Sorry, I forgot my own
That's
lore
okay.
for a second.
I was just wondering if that information was available to me or not.
Yes.
Okay. So I know the name of the other one.
Yes.
Capital O, capital
Yeah,
O.
you remember that? Remember they described to you that
There was
Delvon
two.
and the other were fighting, and
Yeah.
they defeated one another basically, and they
Mhm.
fell to Earth half dead, and they've been here ever since.
Well, it sounds like the other one is woken up or waking up or in the process, and that's not good. And now there's another champion we have to look out for.
I'll be on the lookout.
Well, they already know I have this book, so I guess I don't have to feel too bad about opening up and looking at it some more. I'm not supposed to do that.
We've got to use this book to figure out how to destroy them.
It has valuable information in it. We just have to be very careful about copying anything out of it, not that I would know from personal experience, and maybe don't read anything out loud.
Okay. I don't think I could if I tried.
Oh yeah, you don't know how to read it. I don't really either. Kind of. I'm working on it.
Alright, well,
Sucks. I get headaches.
we've got to warn anyone we ask to help us with this.
Do you know of anyone we could ask for help?
I've got...
You're new to Muri'kas, right?
I've been here about 5 or 6 years.
Not that new.
Yeah, I've got people around. Plus we were just at that big library.
Oh yes, she was studying this stuff. I'm British too. It's infectious.
At that library in... Evelyn, that was her name.
Yes, Evelyn. And we have a sending stone with her, don't we?
No, you've got a piece of paper that you can talk to her with.
I have to be careful what I write in there. I don't want to send evil after her. She'll find it on her own. She's good at that.
No, she gave me a white sending stone.
Did she? Oh, okay.
correct?
No, it's not a sending stone. It's a stone that'll bring you... I thought it was a teleportation stone.
I wrote sending stone.
Oh, sure. Okay, then.
Or teleportation stone? What's that?
Don't worry about it. Never mind. It says sending stone? You're sure it's a...
I mean,
Okay.
that's what I wrote.
Okay.
You have to watch the episode to find out the truth.
I guess so.
You guys will have to watch at home. Tell us if we're right or wrong in the comments. It won't change anything.
I'll post it on Instagram. 1748 Alligator Way.
And suddenly, it wasn't a sending stone anymore.
It was just a regular rock.
Alright, so let's go ask her with the sending stone.
I was like, let's go.
Maybe
The
she'll
walk back.
Maybe she'll come meet. Maybe she'll meet us in New
The
Orleans.
horses are gone.
They'll come back. Are the horses back? Let's go check it out.
Go check.
Well, yeah, let's go back up to the...
Let's go climb something. Yeah, we'll climb the wall.
Okay. So as you climb back up the wall to the top of the little mesa, you see a figure standing off the side.
Who
this
is it?
guy.
Is it a horse?
It's Harlan. He's,
Oh.
he's taking a leak off the side of the mesa.
Oh, perfect.
He goes, "Oh, hey! Don't look at my dick!"
We've all seen it. We helped give you a bath.
No one was looking, Harlan.
What are you doing?
Exploring.
Yeah, learning school stuff.
Oh, well, it's my watch. Do you want to stay up? I can go sleep more.
I'm actually pretty exhausted.
Yeah, let's sleep. I think I haven't slept in 2 nights.
Are the horses back?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go check on...
everything's
I'm
normal.
gonna go check on Seabreeze.
Okay.
How's Seabreeze doing?
So as you start to pet Seabreeze, Seabreeze kind of looks at you and goes, and then in your head you hear, "You've been awakened."
What? That's what actually, huh?
And that's where we're going to end it for tonight. So as I said, it's a little bit shorter of an episode than usual. It's only about 30 minutes shy. But, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini episode we did. Little tiny side quest for while our other people were away. I certainly had a great time. What does it all mean? I guess we'll have to wait until next time to find out on Dice Riot Roleplay when we play Goblins and Gunsmoke.